Title of my speech is On Becoming a Grandfather. Ladies and gentlemen, I was very excited when I first found out I was going to be a grandfather. I was looking forward to having a little guy and holding a little guy. So I pooped her teeth, and I just would hand him to Mom and say, "She stinks, you need to change him." I was looking forward to playing rough-house games with him and teasing him until he cried. Then I'd hand him off to Dad and say, "I don't know what that is to him. See if you can quiet him down." I was looking forward to taking that little guy and winding him up like a top and sending him home spinning out of control. In short, fellow Toastmasters, I was looking forward to having all of the fun and none of the responsibility. Well, then my wife pulled out this poem by Ogden Nash, and she read an excerpt that goes something like this. Everyone would love to have a baby around who has lots of fun and no responsibility, but I can think of no one but a mooncalf or a gaby who would trust their own child to raise a baby. So you have to personally superintend your grandchild from diapers to pants and bottle to spoon, because you know your own child doesn't have sense enough to come out of the typhoon. Well, I thought about that, and I realized this was pretty true. I know that my grandparents didn't help my folks raise us kids, and they sure turned out to be a pack of imbeciles. What's that for me? And our parents didn't help my wife and I raise our kids. And among the 5 of them, I don't think you could find an ounce of brains. No, the responsibility for raising this child was going to fall squarely on my shoulders. And I began to stoop and stagger from the weight of all that responsibility. As I thought about it, another thought occurred to me. Grandpas are old. I know this from experience because my grandpa was old. Sure, he was only about my age when I was born, but he was old. I could tell. He played old man games like horseshoes. Only old men play horseshoes. And he was bald. And back in those days, young men didn't shave their heads and become bald on purpose. And he wore suspenders. And he smoked a pipe. Yeah, grandpas are definitely old. If that wasn't bad enough, I looked over at my wife and realized that, well, just yesterday I was married to a sweet young thing. Soon I was going to be married to a grandma. I mentioned as much to her. And she pulled out that poem again. And she read me a line that says, "If you wish to reach the end of the trail with an uncut throat, don't go around singing, quote, 'I don't mind being a grandpa, but I hate being married to a grandma,' unquote." Well, with that dire warning, thunder stopped and the sky turned gray. Well, finally the day came, and I trudged off to the hospital to meet the happy new mom and my new life's burden. He was a cute enough baby, I suppose, but to me, he looked like a ball at the end of the chain. Well, my daughter handed him to me. Says, "Look, Dad, it's a boy. We're going to name him after you." Well, I looked at her. I looked at him. I looked back at her. I thought, you know, she's a pretty smart cookie. She might be able to handle this after all. Well, a great weight lifted off my shoulders. Once again, I had to stand up right. And I remember that old adage. You're only as old as you feel. And looking down at that sweet young guy, I felt like a newborn myself. And I looked into my wife's smiling eyes and realized that she may be a grandma, but she's still a sweet young thing. So once again, fellow Toastmasters, I look forward to taking my grandson out, checking him up on candy and soda pop, and then sending him home bouncing off the walls. I look forward to sitting back in my easy chair at home, enjoying the peace and quiet, knowing that he's at home driving his folks crazy, beating on a drum set I bought him for his birthday last year. And when he hits his first home run, I'm going to hold that boy up proudly. Say, "Look, everybody, this here's my namesake. Come on over here and meet Geezer."